Come November, all eyes will be on the capital region as we discover who's going to be the next resident of that building behind me, the White House. But there's so much fun to be had around here, so we're going to take you on an adventure around Virginia, Maryland, and where better to start than Washington, DC. I've come to Bike and Roll in Lafont because apparently one of the best ways to see Washington, DC is on a Segway. The Jefferson Memorial behind us.
He helped design what we now know as the United States of America, the Constitution, and was the foundation of the United States that we know today.
So I'm inside the Jefferson Monument now. There's a real feeling of reverence in here because this guy was so important. It's time for us to move on. I want to get back on my Segway. Just segwaying past Capitol Hill.
This is our newest memorial on the National Mall. It's also for Martin Luther King Jr. He essentially was the leader of the African American civil rights movement, ending segregation. Anyone can come here and be inspired by MLK Jr.
So okay, we've come to the Lincoln Memorial. This is easily the biggest and the most impressive of the ones we've seen so far.
He succeeded in being able to keep the United States all together, the Union together, and ending slavery.
So I'm actually standing on the exact spot where Martin Luther King Jr. gave his iconic I Have a Dream speech, and one of the most famous speeches in history. It's a way of seeing bits of Washington that I really don't think I'd have seen otherwise. It's time for me to go off for some more adventures because I've got the hang of this Segway thing.
The history of the Appalachian Trail predates the park. It was put in here in the 1920s. It's hard to imagine that we're surrounded by some of America's largest cities. We found bear scat, and that's telling us that there's a bear nearby.
Okay, so we don't run up a tree when we see them.
We do not. We cannot outclimb a bear.
I haven't managed to find my bear, but look what I have found. This is the best place I've ever seen to hang a hammock. How about that? I've just seen 3 deer, about maybe 15 feet away, just here, hidden in the trees. You can see the Blue Ridge Mountains all the way through over to West Virginia. I've loved my time trekking through the Shenandoah National Park, but next I want to go up higher into the tree canopy. We've come to Rockville, which is just half an hour from DC, less than an hour from Baltimore, to Go Ape. If you want to live life adventurously in the capital region, then this is a chance. Okay, first zip line. Here we go. Woo! There are rope ladders, there are zip wires, there are cargo nets. There's a hell of a lot to do. You can pretty much do whatever you like up here. Then we've got a really long zip wire to finish off. Try and come in straight. This is adrenaline, I need a bit of a relax. So why don't we take a sunset trip on a schooner in Annapolis Harbour. Seems to have worked okay. Okay, our Captain Jen has done a very, very silly thing. I'm in charge of a large sailing vessel. Are you ready to tack? Ready. They're ready to tack. I was totally in control of that, Jen. You're right. Yeah, okay, great. No problem.
Have any fear.
No, no fear at all. That was mainly to do with ignorance.
That's fantastic. That's brilliant.
So I'm just looking through a photo album from the film Wedding Crashers, a scene of which was actually filmed on this boat. So steering this ship already, Christopher Walken, Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, and now me as well, Ashley House. It gives you a real energy, a connection with nature, a connection with the sea too. It's a phenomenal experience. There's literally no better way to spend an evening here in the capital region.